Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning Blaque in once again to Authentic Black Goddess TV. I'm your host, QueenAShakur, and this is the second dose of your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur. Please also follow the QueenAShakur fan page, and you can find me on Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, hello, Just Biz, Pinky T, The Conscious Room, Aboriginal Woman 61, Silent D is in the house, Meta Simplicos, Robin, See Mommy Mac is Black, Sweet Great Mom Lewis. All right, Danny, Curtis B, October, Brandon, Terry Brown, Sugar Melanin. Okay, let's get into it. Shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Okay, let me try to stay on schedule, people, because we got another live in 30 minutes, all right? So listen to this. I don't know when some people are going to stop. Now, how many times do we have to hear about people getting busted and arrested for having fake venom cards? Listen, either you're going to get the venom or you're not. But if you're not, please stop trying to buy these fake venom cards and getting yourselves in trouble. This is all so crazy. Chicago authorities seized counterfeit venom cards headed for Livonia. 2 packages of the fake Stupid 19 venom cards sent from Moldova to Michigan, according to officials. So they say the authorities in Chicago intercepted counterfeit Stupid 19 venomization cards that were headed to Metro Detroit from Moldova. Now, U.S. customers and border protection officers in Chicago seized 2 packages of fake venom cards that were on their way to Livonia, Michigan, according to officials on Wednesday. 1 package reportedly contained 100 counterfeit cards, and the other had 30. The packages arrived from Moldova and were addressed to 2 separate residences in Livonia, according to officials. Counterfeit Stupid 19 cards have been a nationwide issue in response to the venom mandates and requirements that are mandated at schools, businesses, and the like. Last September, a Southgate nurse and a Detroit man were both charged in connection with 2 Stupid 19 fake fraud card schemes. One involving the theft of real cards from a hospital, and the other dealing with fake imported cards from China. These people are too much. I mean, they're going through all of this. Now, the FBI issued a joint statement with the Department of Health and Human Services last March, urging people not to buy, create, or sell fabricated venom cards. Now, the unauthorized use of the seal of an official government agency is a federal crime that carries a fine of carries a possible fine and up to 5 years in prison. It just isn't worth it, people. Okay, it just isn't worth it. Either you're going to stay stuck in the matrix or you're going to unplug from it. Just do one or the other. But don't try to do foolishness like this. That's crazy. You're not going to get away with it. Clearly, you're going to get caught. I mean, how many stories do I have to report about people getting these fake cards and just getting busted? I'm just saying. And so anyway, listen to this nefariousness. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now listen to this. So they say police identify human remains that are found at a former Trenton home of a man killed by police in Tennessee. Human remains were discovered in July of 2020. Now, this just came out today. So they say police have identified the human remains that were found at the former Trenton home of a man who was killed in a shootout with Tennessee police about a month after leaving the property. Trenton police said that DNA samples from a known relative have helped them to positively identify the remains, which were found July the 6th of 2020 at a home in the 5500 block of Wilson Street. The family has been notified of the positive identification, according to officials, and police have not released that person's identity to the public. But Mark Allen Erbley, age 57 of Wyandotte, is the only known suspect connected to the human remains, according to authorities. Now, Eberly was killed June the 27th of 2020 during a shootout with police in Tennessee. He looks a hot mess. I'm going to show y'all his picture in a second. And he's 57 years old. Honey, this man looks like he's 87. I'm so serious. I'll show you the picture in a moment. Now, officials said they were responding to a suspicious person call that day when Eberly shot a deputy in the chest. When the deputy returned fire, Eberly fled for a short distance in a vehicle. Deputies tried to make contact with Eberly after the vehicle stopped, but he did not respond. After deploying chemical weapons, they approached and found Eberly dead inside the vehicle. Now, the new owners of the Trenton home purchased in May of 2020, and the new owners of the Trenton home purchased it in May of 2020, and they cooperated with police throughout the investigation. The human remains case has now been closed. Let me tell y'all something. If I bought a house and I find some dead human remains there, you think I really want to live there after that? I will put that house up on the market for sale so quick it'll make your head spin. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen. Everyone, please get those likes up.
Now out of Trenton, where human remains were allegedly found in a fire pit. It happened at a home in the area of Wilson and Vreeland. The News Herald reports the home was sold to new owners back in May, and the previous owner is said to have died during a shootout with police down in Tennessee. Now, we are expecting an update from Trenton police a little bit later today. We will keep you updated.
Did y'all see that man and how he looked? Talking about he's 57 years old. Honey, he lived a hard 57 years. Very hard 57 years, okay? Aeon said, I can tell his 2 teeth jacked up. Robin says 57, somebody lied. Shawana said Beverly Meth Billies. You all are crazy. Kiki says, so did the police try and call the coroner? I mean, right. Aboriginal woman said, wow, he had some city miles on him to be 57. Just Ben said they meant 75. And Loretta said, damn. You all are so nefarious. I cannot. Let me continue. I can't get caught up with y'all's mess today. Okay, I got to get these stories out. So here's the last one of this on this live for today. Listen to this. Now, this is nefarious. Video captures Laguna Hills student shouting racist slurs at black basketball player. How many of these stories have we heard? I'm just wondering. So let's get into it. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. So an Orange County mother is speaking out after her son was the target of racist comments during a basketball game Friday night against Laguna Hills High School. Sabrina Brown, the player's mother, posted a video of the game to Instagram on Tuesday. Now, from the stands, a spectator is making references about slavery, shouting out, chain him up. Who let him out of his chains? He's a monkey. This is all what they're saying now, but they don't want nobody teaching anything about the true history of this country. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see the video for yourselves. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hold on, let me make sure this video is going to load first. Okay.
Chain him up. Who let him up the chains? Who let him out of his cage? He's a monkey. No way. Once he stuck it up in there, and then right side. Slave him. Chain him up. Chain him up.
You always have the wildest shit, bro.
Yes, that was a racist demon. You all heard that. Chain him up, chain him up. Who let him off their chains? He's a monkey. Now, what do y'all think these devils learned that from, besides home with their parents? That is also crazy. Do these hillbilly devils not know camera phones exist? Oh, you know, they don't care as far as I'm concerned, because when they get called out for these things, what do? They just sit up there and try to put on a sad, somber face and tell a sad story and start explaining and talking about how, oh, I'm going to learn from this. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I wasn't saying this, that, and the third. That's what they do. Of course they know camera phones exist. How many times do they have to see other people getting exposed before they themselves do? They clearly just don't care. They feel like they can say whatever they want against Black people with the anti-Black racism. That's just the way they feel. Right, Louise said they don't care. They absolutely don't. And Jack D said it's in the DNA. Yes, absolutely. Dark-skinned brother said, talking about who let him off the chains. We know who's about to go into chains. Right, okay? I mean, it's just all so nefarious. And it's just sad that in 2022, this is still what's going on. So please tell me how this country has progressed forward, or how anything is any different than it was in the past. It isn't. The only thing that's different is the dates, because the same things continue to go on. And when they sit here and try to say that people wanted to teach critical race theory, or wanted to teach, about the history of nefarious things that happened in this country to Black people at the hands of the oppressors, when they don't want to talk about that because they say that's divisive, what do they think this kind of behavior is? That's not divisive. This country's always been divided. It's never been united. They need to change the name of it to the divided states of America, because it's not united at any way, stretch of any of our imaginations. And it's just also deplorable. Absolutely, Claudette says nothing has changed. Aboriginal woman says, then later when the player is in the NBA, we'll be buying his jersey. This is what they do. They appropriate our culture. They try to mimic and do everything that we say and do. And then at the same time, they talk trash about us and try to make us feel bad about ourselves. It's just all so crazy. But sadly, some Negroes fall for the BS. That's why you have Black people out here bleaching their skin like idiots, destroying their beautiful melanin. That's why you have Black people out here just doing the most ridiculous things, trying so hard to emulate them when it is actually the haters, the racists, who want to emulate us. It doesn't make any sense. But, some of our people are feeble-minded, and they just don't get it. They want to be so desperately at the head of the table with wannabe supremacists that they'll do anything and everything and throw the rest of us under the bus. And that's just what it is. Lee says these kids think it's funny. It's fun and funny. That's all when you have no talent. Yeah, that's a part of it. Now, they were doing that clearly to distract him because he was shooting free throws. But also, that all comes from hate. And if you pay attention, where do you most prominently notice this type of behavior from in high school, from racist kids and teens? You usually see it during sports activities. Okay, how many basketball games, football games have I reported on when they were yelling and saying racist, hateful things to Black students? That's because they're jealous of the athletic ability of those students. And it's just the same thing with the hockey player that I reported on, right? When the guy was doing the monkey gestures and all of that, he was doing that because he was clearly jealous. It's just envy and hate. And it's really so sad that people think so little of themselves that they have to hate on other people, because that's all it is. So when they talk about, white supremacy, there's no such thing. It's wannabe supremacy, because at the end of the day, anyone who's truly superior and supreme would not be hating on anyone that they deemed lesser than them. Okay, that's what you wouldn't do. That's what you wouldn't do, because that would be like a lion being afraid of a rabbit. Why would you? You already know who the stronger, dominant one is, right? So if that were you, you would not have any need to be racist or hateful or wicked, right? Or to be harassing and obsessing over anyone who you deemed was lesser than. That's just the facts. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur. And also please follow me on the QueenAShakur fan page and Twitter at DGoddess27. Now I'm going live in 15 minutes. Okay, so go get your snacks. But we're going to be live on the original QueenAShakur channel for your third dose of your daily vitamins. And we're going to be talking about the death, the suicide of Regina King's son, and how that has, brought to the forefront some of the issues that Black people deal with as far as mental health things, and how some Black people just don't want to go and get therapy, okay? Or some don't even think that they need it. So with that all said, I hope to see you on the next chat, starting at 6:45 on the original QueenAShakur show. Peace.